morning. My name is Ramesh, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, Kungu Engineering College. Today we are going to discuss the topic engineering economics. So we know what is meant by business. So generally we can think about business means say a profit, whatever products we are producing, and we need to gain. So to satisfy the customer need, that is the main purpose of business. And in business we termed as a product means it is goods and services. Sometimes the product can also be an idea sometimes. So in this tangible goods we have automobile, computer, look of private television, and we have services like government services. There is medical care, and then transport, and like photo processing, checkup a doctor, movie star performance. So in this, so coming to the main topic, economics. What in the economics, the word derived from the Greek, so house or custom or law. So at the first, in the Adam Smith, in the year of 1723 to 1790, so he is the father of the economics. So the term economic means an equity into the nature and causes of the wealth of nations. So in generally economics means it is a science. So you can deal with the production and consumption of goods and services. Okay, so and distribution and rendering of the human welfare. So in another way of, we can say economics is a base body of knowledge. You can study so how society tries to solve the human problems. So generally we have unlimited wants, but you have only the limited resources. So how we can effectively use the limited resources to satisfy the human day-to-day life problems. So in that Alfred Marshall in 1842 to 1940 so stated that the study of mankind in the everyday business of life. So in that so here also in the Lebanon Robbins 1898 to 1984. So the science which studies human behavior as an relationship between ends and square means which have alternate use. So the main objective of economics means so high level of employment. So we can maintain the price stability, you can provide the efficiency, and you can equal distribution of income, and then growth of economy. So that is the main purpose. So we will study about the economics. So in the term economics is general term. When we go for engineering economics, so in the engineering economics, so it is a principle and some concepts or some techniques or methods which can use so to analyze any project, and you can identify the alternatives, and we can find the best one. So suppose we want to build a house. Okay, first we can think of different techniques and different methods, and we can choose one best idea, and we can build the house. So the main scope, so why you go for studying the engineering economics, so it helps to understand the market conditions and economic environment, so in which firm so it is working. We can think about the different methods, ideas, and we can identify the best methods. So and also engineering economics provide a basics for resource allocation. So how can effectively utilize the resources. So the resources means the employees, the manpowers, and raw materials, and a different way of thinking. So how can effectively utilize the resources. And another scope provide a number of tools and techniques to solve the engineering problems. Okay, so this is the scope of engineering economics. So the in that diagram, people and activities business, we know in that inner circle for every business We have employees. Without employees, there is no work. So in that, the next one, owners may run the business, and the customers. So the customers, they are buying the products. The owners, they are selling the products. Employees, they are working in the any company. So in that outer circle, so we have finance. So we can run any business. So we require the financial support. And then marketing. So the marketing strategy, how effectively we can sell our product, so in the global economy. So and then management. So the management plays a major role in any industry, small industry, micro industry, or macro industry. So how the employees can be managed in a company. So in that economic systems, so how a society distributes its resources to produce goods and services. So goods means that we very well know. So any product we are developing, or we can producing any product, this comes under the goods. And services means we are providing services. It is like government services and private sector services. So there are three important questions. So what types and quantities of goods and services will satisfy consumer needs? So it will depending upon the environment and different customer needs. So how will goods and services be provided? By whom? So with what resources? So what are the ways we can produce the goods and services, and who will produce the goods, and how are goods and services distributed to customers? So it is like so the main global based companies, so they are producing the products and distribute the wholesalers, and that wholesalers buy the product and given to the another set of distributors, and that distributors will have local distributors. Finally, that local distributors will distribute the product to the end user or end customer. So is the comparison of communism, socialism, and the capitalism. So all of you know the communism. So the communism means in the engineering economics, so we have split it in the business ownership. Communism means most of the businesses are run by the government. So all the industries will be run by the government. So in socialism, the most of the companies run by the government. Individuals may run the small businesses. In the capitalism, individuals owns and operates the all the businesses. So it is like USA, like an example of capitalism. So all the individuals run and operate the business. Socialism, so an example of India, most of the companies run under government, controlled by the government, and only for small businesses allowed for the privatism. So in communism means it is like Russia, China, and then North Korea. They are example of communism. So most of the problem companies are run by the government. So in that competition in communism, there is no competition. So I means the government owns and operates everything. So in the socialism, restricted in the major industries, so encouraged only for the small businesses. In the capitalism, encouraged by market forces and government regulations. So in profits, excess income goes to the government. So in socialism, profits earned by small businesses may be reinvested in the business. So the small firms, if you run the small businesses within a local area or within a region, so if you gain the profit, you can reinvest it and improve your business. So profit from government owned industries go to the government. So here in capitalism, individuals are free to keep profits. Whatever profit they are earning, they are keep it by their own, and they can use as them they wish, and they can increase or improve their own company. and invest into different sectors, and the company may be entered into global level. So on the product availability and price, so customers have a limited choice of goods and services, so prices are usually very high. So in that socialism, consumers have some choice of goods and services, prices are determined by the supply. It will depend upon the supply and demand. So the high demand means, so the prices will be very high. So in that capitalism, consumers, they have wide choices of goods and services. So why means, so the most of the private companies is they are running, so they have different products. The customers have the choice to select any products. So the prices are determined by the supply and demand here. So the employment options, so in communism, most of them they want to work in the government. So in socialism, some choice of careers, but many people work in government jobs. But in capitalism, so unlimited choice of careers. So next, economic ecosystem in India. So India is the second largest startup ecosystem. So and also we have economy, fourth world economy. So with more than 1,40,800 registered startups as of 2024, India is startup ecosystem. So became a hub of innovative growth, and we have Make in India and Digital India. So Make in India started in 2014. So and also Smart Cities Mission, Skill India, Atal Innovative Missions, so MHRD Invest in Sales. So these are the ecosystems in the India. So here that diagram is showing 28 years average age of founders. So and also 20 Bangalore's global rank, and 9% women entrepreneurs. So next, very important, is a type of economic analysis. So in that before 1930s in the economics, there is simply called it as only one economy. So after there is a crisis, economic crisis in USA. So the later part in the economics can be split into micro and macro economics. So in that microeconomics, there is a small economy. So this means there is small businesses. So can study of the behavior of small economic units. So some individuals may run these small companies. So a seller, a producer, a firm, or a product. So focus on basic theories of supply and demand in individual markets. That macroeconomics large. You can study of aggregates. Aggregates means it is global level business. So industry as a unit and not a firm. So focus on aggregate demand and aggregate supply. So mainly focus on national income, employment, and inflation will affect the macroeconomics. So next important, supply and demand. So the distribution of resources and products determined by the supply and demand. So demand means in the number of goods and services consumers buy by a given price at a specific time. So here the economics demand. So the customers, they are willing to buy a product. That is the main thing of demand. Suppose if you want to build a luxury house, and if you want to buy a luxury car, so you are willing to buy any product at a given time, a given price. So that is the meaning of demand. So when demand increases, you have high demand, the prices also getting increases. So and the supply. So supply is the number of products businesses will sell at different prices at a specific time. It is the meaning of supply. So here is the equilibrium price. Equilibrium means so at some point of time, so the demand and supply at a particular level, it is same. So if you take an example, if at particular price 25, or the supply and demand both are same. So here handmade rugs at quantity level 4, the price will be 500. Here that is the equilibrium condition. So after that, the demand curve here at the start at the point 2, so the price is 650. So when a quantity has been increased, the prices will be reduced. So quantity increase means the demand, the number of quantities has been increased, so price is decreased. So here in that same supply curve, at the quantity 2, the price is 250. So when the supply is continuously increasing, so the buyers, the product is very good quality product means the buyers, they are willing to buy a product. So at that time the prices also will getting increase. So equilibrium condition means QD equal to QS. So it is a balance. So nature of competition. So nature of competition means there is a pure competition, there is a monopolistic competition, oligopoly and monopoly. So that is a pure competition means many small businesses in same product market. So you can example of agri goods. Price is determined by solely by supply and demand. And monopoly competition means small number of businesses, little difference in products. You can example of soft drinks. Businesses have some power over pricing. So in that next one, a very small few businesses selling a product, it is airline industry. So they have full control over the you can set the pricing of your product. In monopoly, only one business providing a product, some electricity, maximum of the government income is some part, electricity, natural gas supplies, business based on patents oriented, they are monopoly. So next, economic cycles and productivity. So expansion and contraction. So we have economic expansion means the economy is growing and the consumers are spending money. So on the economic contraction means spending declines, layoffs, some economy slows down. So whenever any business initially we can start the economy, it is in expansion side. It is initially they going and growing, and the consumers, you can reach the peak. So after peak, the economy may be slows down for a particular time. Again the growth will be go up. So it will depending upon the GDP, inflation, layoff. So there is a different parameters will determine the economic cycle. So next one, circular flow of economic activity and income. So in the simple model, circular flow, so in that macroeconomics will play a major role in the circular flow of economy. So is the simple model of circular flow assumes you have only for two players. So only for the firms means producer or any company. So produce and supply the goods and services by considering various factor of production. And households or consumers, so they are another player, so who is an individual who purchases goods and services. So and then and also in the households, they are providing services in terms of factory inputs to the firms and get paid for their services by firms. So it is a circular fashion. So the money and economic activities flowing between firms and households create a circular flow. Okay, so in that circular flow of money or income, so this is the diagram in the households, financial market and the firms. So here the firms means the company wants to produce goods and services, so that goods and services used by the households. So once households use the goods and services, they are paying. So they are paying to the firms and companies. So and also in that firms also they want to run the company. So in that they are paying the salaries to the employees, and then rent, and then interest, and given to the households. It is like they given wages, rent, interest rate, profit, that is like factor payments households. So in the households also for consumption expenditure. So in that the companies they paying to the households their expenditure, and some little amount of amounts they are saving. So that saving amounts in the financial market, that savings amount they may invest in the companies. So this is the two sector economy, simple understandable two sector economy. So next, four sector economy. So that another two players plays a major role. So one is the government and another one is the foreign investment. That is some external sector. So the government spending. So the government wants to run, means they want some money. So during taxes, the households and firms they are paying taxes to the government. So the using this money, the government to allocate the fund to the publics, some public services running the government, and running the schools, and allocate the free schemes. So in that, government spending on provision of public utility goods and services, provides salaries to the households, and pays to firms for purchase of goods and services, public limited companies, and government revenue. So government get revenue, households and firms pay the various taxes and other payments, and provide factor inputs to the government. So government borrows from the financial market to fill the revenue gap. Some bonds the government they are providing, so getting the borrows. In that the fourth sector is the external sector. So we have imports and exports. So outflow of income occurs when the domestic firms buy goods and services from foreign ones. So inflow means income takes place when foreign firms buys goods and services so from domestic ones. So this is the fourth sector economy. So another two sector, already you have two sector economy, firms, financial market, and households. So we can add the government. So in that government income, we can from taxes from the earmark goes to government. So it is households and the firms, and then the government they are spending to the salaries to the households. So and also remittance of for purchases. So the government purchases some goods and services from the any industry, and given to the households. So and also so we have foreign nation X minus N, we have imports and exports. So the remaining concepts will be discussed in next class. Thank you.